Hey everyone, it's me, author Alexandria Infante. Thank you for checking out the channel again. You guys are so awesome. We're doing so good, and I really thank you so much. Um, just another shout out. We want to make sure that we continue to shout him out. Bin Sound, free, royalty free music. So, every time the video comes on, that's the music that you're hearing in the background right now. Basically, he will allow you to use his music if you give him a shout out. Basically, you have to tell people that you're actually using it, and the music that you're using on your channel, in your videos, or whatever is him. So, once again, it's free, royalty free. There's a difference between just royalty free and free royalty free. Most of the times, free royalty free, you don't have to pay for. Now, you can show him love by paying and subscribing and basically downloading his music. He will allow you to use it for free. But like I said, you have to give him the shout out. You have to tell people about his website, which I think is totally cool. But if you want to, if you actually want to download the music and keep it for yourself, then you do have to pay for it. You can pay for it, and then that's a little bit different. You keep it, and I think maybe that way you don't have to give them the shout out. I'm not exactly sure, but just anyway, go to the site. It's binsound.com. And once again, it's free, royalty free music, and the music composer is Bin Sound. binsound.com. So you guys go over there, check it out. Make sure because basically he'll let you use it for pretty much anything. You just have to give him his props, just like anything else, you know. And if you don't, that's just one, it's janky. Two, it's called copyright infringement. And three, you're just a messed up person. Especially when he's allowing you to use it for free with no, with you not actually having to pay for it if you just give him his heads up. So that's pretty much it. Okay, also I wanted to talk a little bit about the site itself, just in case you guys forgot. We won't be doing 7 days. We're going to be doing 6 days only. So that will be Monday through Wednesday will be IR and MC romance only. Thursdays will be indie mainstream. So basically, once again, that's all of our Caucasian authors who write romance, though. Only romance. So Thursdays is indie romance mainstream. And then Fridays is everything goes. So you could do horror, you could do suspense, you could do any of that. And then Saturdays, the channel will be silent, or we might pop on and be like, hey guys, tell you what we're reading or whatever, but there won't be a review on Saturday, basically. So because Saturdays we basically got more than what we were thinking that we would get, and so we thank you guys so much, all of the author submissions. So we're gonna need that day to actually read the works that are coming in, and so keep them coming in, readers. Come on, subscribe, because we need you guys. You click that little bell down there and it'll let you know every time we upload a video. But subscribe. So now tonight's review, I will not be giving this author a star. Remember we said in the beginning of this whole process, if there is a book that I feel might have too many technical issues, or the character setup might be different, I am going to not give it a star. I will pretty much just tell you what I feel, not so much what's wrong with the book, or what I had issues with myself, my personal opinion. So not the author, because yes, I am an author too. This is not an author's opinion. This is a reader's, because I'm coming at you guys as a reader. I mean, yeah, for certain things, my authorness might kick in because I have been an author for 9 years, so I know a little bit about the trade, both published and self published. So I know a little bit about it. I will try my best to keep that out of it unless it's something like really detrimental. But I'm coming as a reader. So I want all you guys to know that no one's paying me to do these. Because someone sent me an email and actually asked me how much would this cost. And so I'm not sure if you guys aren't seeing it on the Facebook and the Twitter and the Instagram posts. This is free. This is just to show love for indie authors because we know how hard it is for you to get publicity and to get your stuff out there and to just get people to read it. So there are no fees. No one's paying me to do this. I'm doing this because I love indie authors. I am an indie author and I just want to support other authors. It has nothing to do with any money. There's no money. The only thing that we do ask, because come on y'all, it is a quid pro quo, is that you subscribe. And so I don't mean to be cheesy, but we're just talking real world here. You are more likely to get your stuff done first if you do subscribe, because I'm not going through the subscriptions, but Jenny is, and Jenny can be really just janky sometimes. I mean, all of you guys who are in the Facebook groups, you know how she gets and how just she can be sometimes. So for your own benefit, I would say subscribe because you'll get picked up quicker that way because that's just her personality. And then tonight, we will be picking a Amazon gift card winner from the new subscriptions from all of our subscribers down there. Jen will pick a random person and then she will message you on Facebook. That way we know it's really you. She'll message you on Facebook and tell you what you want. So look for that, guys. And we will be doing that every 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks, we will randomly go down there in the subscription pool and just pick someone. And then then message you on Facebook and tell you what you want. So come on, make sure you get in those subscriptions because we got an email from YouTube yesterday. It was so awesome, so cool. Well, they basically told us, that we were doing awesome and that they were congratulating us on the channel because we got, the subscribers so far and the views. We had 1,700 and something hours of viewing. And so you guys rock for that. So especially when we just started on the 30th of December. So I'm really proud of you guys and I thank you so much. So continue to subscribe down there. So now today's author she isn't part of our setup yet, or she isn't. She is an indie author. Her book was actually published by streetlib.com, I believe that is. It's available on Amazon. But like I said, this author won't actually be getting a star review because I actually found like a lot wrong with this book. So I don't want to give it a star because I just kind of really don't like doing that. I feel like, excuse me, y'all know I'm all got to put my glasses on. I just kind of feel like when I do that, I'm pretty much like, especially for being on this channel, I'm pretty much sinking her book. And I don't want to be sinking no one's book. I don't like how that feels. But anyway, and so I don't really review in real life either. I mean, I'll read something. If it's good and I love it, then yes, I'm shouting it from the rooftops. But if it's something that really isn't my cuppa, I really won't talk about it that much. But since this is a review channel, I have to talk about it. And so today is our indie mainstream authors. So Jen picked this book because of the premise, and she read it, and then she sent it to me, but she didn't really tell me about it. So I was just like, oh wow, You cow. But anyway, so this is the only, like, today is the author that we're doing, because we're still, going through and reading our submissions. Like tomorrow, I believe we're doing Eric Nez. I'm so sorry. I don't really know how to pronounce your last name. So if you see this video, send me like one of those. If you're on Facebook, send me, the little Facebook message that you could do now, where you can record your voice or record whatever, and then you can mail it to the person. So I don't mess up your name in tomorrow's review. So, because I'm loving your book so far. The beginning of it reminds me of American Gods. So I really love that. But anyway, this is not his review. I'm sorry. You see, I'm already excited. So anyway, so I don't like to make bad reviews, for people's books, because I also feel like, as an author, that's like karma. I had an issue once before, like when I first came out with another author, and her, like, sort of, I guess you would call it, beehive, like Beyonce. They pretty much crashed my website for like a month straight, because they had issue with what I said about her. And so it was a hard lesson to learn, because I just came out as an author. I already got that New York attitude. So we got into it, and basically her little beehive, they retaliated. So not just that, but then I don't want to throw out any bad karma. So if I don't like your book, or I felt like there was something wrong with it, then I'm not going to give you a star, because one, I don't like that. And two, I'm not crushing anyone's dreams, because just because I don't like it doesn't mean, like, a million other people might love it. So anyway, so as I was saying, tonight's review is of author J.L. Ryan. So it's kind of weird. She doesn't have a cover inside of the actual ebook. So it's a BBW romance, and that's pretty much all she says. There's like no, I didn't find an actual name to it, but this is, if you can see this one right here in the corner, I don't know if you can. This is her cover. Can you guys see that? Because it's a Kindle. Okay, this one right here. Ah! See, it just goes straight to the book. Anyway, but that's her. Sorry, dropping the keyboard. But that's her book. And it's by J.L. Ryan, and it's just called BBW Romance. So, now, I had several issues with this book. Now, most of my life, I have been a size 4, from a 4 to a 6 for like my teen years, my 20s, my 30s, my 40s. I stayed at a size 6. When I hit like 45, when I hit 45, then, you get that middle-age spread. Hey, I'm just going to be honest. You get middle-age spread. And then so I went up to a 7, and now I'm a 10. But even a 10 is not BBW yet. So I'm having a lot of issues with this book, because first off, unless this author was heavy in her life at one point, I just feel like, okay, this doesn't want to work. Something's messing with this, y'all. They don't want me, because I'm about to go in on I'm sorry. Okay. It's not coming up. It's like, yeah, the author isn't coming up. She's in the back of her book, but for some reason, when I keep pressing it, it's, it doesn't want to come up. So I can show you her picture, because this is what I have an issue with. My point is, if you've never lived your life as a BBW, to me, it's kind of hard for you to understand what life is like. Oh, here we go. Here she is. So, if you can see the picture of this author, hopefully you can. I'm trying to get it in there. Maybe. She's very tiny because even on the picture, remember, the camera throws 10 extra pounds on you. So even on this picture, she is small. So I kind of feel like if you've never, just my own personal whatever, if you've never lived the life as a BBW, how are you able to relate to what's really going on in this person's life, what they think, what they say, because you don't know what it feels like to be overweight like that. You don't know what it feels like to not be able to fit the clothes that you've been wearing all your life. Or you don't know what it feels like to have people look at you when you're eating some food and just be like, because my sister's heavy. She's struggled with her weight all of her life. And so you have no, if you are thin and skinny, you have no clue what it feels like when you go to a restaurant and you go to eat and people look at you like, damn, dang, does she ever not eat? And it's like, you may not have eaten all day, but because you're heavy, they automatically assume that you're greedy, you're fat, you're this or that. So I kind of feel like if you are not a BBW, it's going to be hard for you to convey to me what's really going on with this character. And so basically, this book was so out there, guys. I actually had to make notes. So, number one, the sentence structure was very, very weird. It's like, it's almost as if she writes like in this weird third person past tense. So it's third person, it's past tense, but it still doesn't flow right. It was really, really weird. Secondly, the whole point, okay, one of the premises of the book is that she's a Southern girl. She grows up in, I think it was Georgia, or something like that. She grows up in Georgia. She lives with her granny or her Grammy. She lives with her Grammy, and her Grammy is like the Southern genteel woman, and so she doesn't really do anything. Her grandmother has like certain, Southern ways that she needs to adhere to and all that, and I don't have an issue with that. My nana on my aunt on my dad's side, she lived in New Orleans for like forever. So, and then my great grandmother lived on my mom's side. She was from New Orleans. So, I have no issue with that because I got that Creole blood too. But anyway, so I don't have an issue with that. Not the southern part. Not the southern part. I have southern family too. What I have is like, it's just the whole structure and this world that she built was like syrupy sweet, and it just, for some reason, it just rubbed me the wrong way. And then, okay, so the main character, her name is Tula, but they call her Tully for short. And so it gears around her and her Grammy, and then Alex, which is the love interest. Basically, he shows up one day at her house. He knocks on the door, and she thinks like they're Mormons, because she like pretty much says this in the beginning of the book. The Mormons are constantly trying to convert them to be from Southern Baptist to Mormon, and so she automatically assumes that they're Mormons because they're dressed in a suit, and whatever. And so they sit down. They start talking. He says, oh, yeah, I can help you with your finances, all of this stuff. I have a proposition for you. And she's like, yeah, sure, blah, blah, blah. She's listening. The grandma's listening. And then he says, I need a fiance. And so, I need a fiance, and I would like to basically use you. So... she's like, who's going to take care of my Grammy? Because she got out of school to go back and take care of her grandmother. And so she pretty much put college on hold and all that stuff so she could take care of Granny. Now, I don't have a problem with that either. Because you should be taking care of your grandparents, your parents, whatever. My mom is probably talking trash right now because I didn't call her for like 2 days. So I know when she sees this video, it's like, how dare you? But anyway... So, my mom is Afro-Latina. All right, so just imagine a black mama, but she's Latin too. That's my mom. And so basically, I know she's watching this video just talking trash in her little room. But anyway, so I don't have an issue with that. Okay, so she agrees to be his fiance. He's going to pay her. And then she basically leaves Grammy because the man that comes with him, the solicitor, tells her that they will get the finest nurses and doctors for Grammy. And so she goes with him. She gets to New York, and very few people refer. You could tell like she doesn't live in New York, or she's probably never been to New York, because very few people refer to the tall buildings. You know, like over on like let's see, in the Flatiron District, Chelsea, all of that. Most people they don't refer to those buildings as Art Deco. He drove up to this beautiful Art Deco story apartments. No one says that. No, they just be like, oh, you on you in Chelsea, or you on the Lower East Side. That's how New Yorkers refer to New York. You know, you in Dumbo, you this, you that, Brooklyn. The Heights. That's how. No one says, oh, beautiful Art Deco apartment buildings. No one says that, because there's a lot of high rise apartment buildings in Chelsea that are, whatever. But anyway, so you can tell, like, I don't know, just from my experience, I feel like she's never ever been to New York City. So, also, okay, so the guy, Alex, is like, basically filthy rich because he's got like this high rise apartment. And although she didn't, I'm sure she didn't want to. So he takes her to his apartment. She's like a little overwhelmed at all of the richness and all that stuff. And to be honest, guys, that's as far as I could get. I skipped through to the end. And like I said on this channel, we won't tell the ending. So I'm kind of pretty much done with this review, because I got to almost the end. I skipped a few pages because the storyline was it was lulling, and I was trying to just push through it. And so I did skip over a few parts, I'll be honest. And then once I got to the meat of it again, I read through. And so I kind of feel like my review of this book would basically be, one, like I said, the sentence structure throughout the entire book was really weird. The past tense third person was really weird because it wasn't like normal past tense. The fact that the main character, Alex, the main love interest, she didn't try to write him to be obnoxious, but he really came off obnoxious, because it's like, who needs to know that you got a penthouse for your 5th birthday? That right there just rubbed me the wrong way. And I was just like, ew. Okay, no, we don't need to know that. Even though he's telling her that. He could have just said, oh yeah, I got this for my birthday. One of my aunts gave it to me. And just left it at that. We didn't need to know that he got it when he was 5 years old. That's basically throwing money in people's face. You're 5 years old. What the are you going to do with a penthouse suite? Unless you were like Macaulay Culkin's parents, rip off your kid and, pretty much live your life in his existence. Sorry, but I loved Macaulay, and that's kind of just how I felt about that whole shameful deal. Macaulay got a bad rap. That's why he started doing what he was doing. Anyway. And so, let me see what else. Yeah, because I was like, okay, I gotta write this stuff down, or I'm gonna, this is the one review that I would literally forget about. And I just like, the another issue I had is that, she was ashamed of herself. She was ashamed. This is the age of Lizzo. This is the age of, if you need to body shame, there should be no characters out there like this now. There are too many big, beautiful women to read this. And this is why I'm having an issue, and I'm saying I don't feel like the author who wrote this has ever had a weight issue in her life, because this character is mousy. She's timid. She's ashamed of how much she weighs. And it's like, not in today's day. And maybe 10 years ago, yeah, if this book was written 10 years ago, then I would accept that, because, 10 years ago, women were still feeling ashamed that, they had a pouch, they had this. That's the one thing I've never felt. I don't care. I put 5 babies here. My husband and I put 5 babies here. So if I got a little pouch and you don't like my pouch, I can't tell you on this channel, because this is YA. I mean, this is PG-13, so I can't tell you what I would tell you in person if you had to say something about my body, because I don't care. And so to read a character like this just really, it like incensed me, because this is not the genre. I mean, this is not the year for that. This is not the time period for that. We got people like Lizzo out here doing her thing, and it's like, you don't like me, I don't care. And that's how all of us women should be nowadays. And so for her to come off with this character as, she's ashamed of the way she looks and all this stuff. And so it was just really hard for me to get through this book. And so, so basically that's pretty much it for this review, because like I said, I was very upset. As I was reading this. And, I'm assuming a lot of other authors, Jenny, for sending me this. I feel like a lot of other readers felt the same, because what we do here when Jenny sends me a book, which I have no clue, guys. I'm so sorry. I have no clue when she's actually coming on the channel, her or Erica. But anyway, so you're going to see my face until they basically decide to show up. But they both send me books beside our submission authors, because we want to do all indie authors, even if people don't want to come on our channel. I mean, I hope that's not the thing, We're not going to be evil to anyone. We're not going to review, we're not going to be mean. I mean, I'm going to tell truth, but I'm not going to be mean to anyone. I'm never going to say anything like really bad. But anyway, my point is, I looked on what Jenny will do is she'll send me the book, and then she'll send me like a list of their reviews for this book. And so a lot of the authors' reviews were very bad. I mean, women were not happy at all about this book. And I mean, I would never say any of the stuff that they said. Woo! I was like, y'all just doing a little too much here. That's very rude. But, one of the issues that they did have was the same issue that I have. The fact that, the character is timid. She's basically ashamed of who she is as a person. And like I said, 10 years ago, I would accept that. I would accept that, because we were still in that body shaming, that body shaming area. And even though people do it today, now you got big, beautiful women everywhere. I mean, come on, look at the Dove commercials. They're showing everywhere. So, I mean, Rihanna just did freaking Fenty, and she had every type of model, every skin color you could think of in that line. So there was no reason for any BBW woman to feel ashamed of herself anymore, we in this for us. This is our beauty. So this is why I had a lot of issues with this book, if y'all can tell that. And I was just thrown for a loop, because I was not expecting this in today's time. And so, like I said, I'm not going to give this author a star. I'm going to let you, the readers, decide, because hey, it might be your cuppa. You might like that. I've never liked the mousy character. I'm sorry. In my series, every book that I've written, the female is strong, because basically, to be a woman of color, and I'm not slighting my, our Caucasian women, I'm not slighting you whatsoever. So please don't take this as offensive. But to be a woman of color, you have to be 12 times harder than anyone else because we struggle. We go through things. So to see a character like this, that kind of like pisses me off because I'm like, you a woman. You a woman. Come with it, because this the life that you have as a woman, you have to make it. You have to meet out of your own, because they're not going to give it to you, and that's even 22,000 times harder for a woman of color. And so I had a lot of issues with this book, as you could tell. I'm sorry. From day one, I have three daughters. And from day one, I've been telling them, there's two things no one can ever take from you. That's your pride and your education. Because those are two things that you, yourself, direct in this life. So, I can't abide by, I'm sorry, weak female characters. And so, I just feel like this character, she made this character weak. And she didn't have to be. Especially not because she had some weight on her body. That's what pissed me off even more. Because of the fact that she had weight, so she needed to make her mousy and weak. And no, that made me mad. So I can't give this author a star. I'm going to leave it at that. Like I said, the author's name is J.L. Just a second, y'all. Okay. The author's name is J.L. Ryan. The book is called BBW Romance. Oh, wait, shoot. There it is. BBW Romance, an adventure. Okay, BBW Romance, Beauty and the Billionaire is what it's called. I'm sorry, I didn't even see that, girl. Y'all was so upset that it's called BBW Romance, Beauty and the Billionaire. And it's at Amazon.com. She has 16 reviews, and they pretty much go from like 1 star to 3 to 2.5 stars. She doesn't actually have a 3 because, there was some upset ladies out there in book world. They were like, no, you're not coming with this. Anyway, so basically, it's in the Amazon, in the Kindle, it says 845 pages, but I think it's like 270 pages. So just imagine that character for 270 pages. So anyway, so like I said, the book's called, once again, okay. Once again, it's called Beauty and the Billionaire. And it says, plus size Southern belle Tallulah skips college to take care of her sick grandmother. And so then it goes on with, the rest of it. But that's the book. And so it's at Amazon.com. It is a freebie right now. So if you wanted to read it on your own, and just negate my review, which is totally fine, because that's the whole thing. That's a beautiful thing about books. No one has to agree about them. The book affects each person differently. So if my experience might not be yours, which is why we're doing these reviews. So if you would like to pick up the book, it's once again J.L. Ryan, Beauty and the Billionaire, and it's on Amazon.com, and it's a freebie right now. And she is our Thursday mainstream author. Now, tomorrow we will be doing everything, remember, because tomorrow is don't be talking trash about my fat arms. But tomorrow is everything. So we will be reviewing. I'm going to leave his name until tomorrow, because I'm not about to shame this man on his name, because I can't pronounce his last name, because it's like Nursat or something like that. And see, I don't want to be doing that, because that's rude. My last name is Infante, right? You have Infante and you have Enfante. So mine is Infante, I-N. right? People mess up my name all the time. My first name is not Alexandria. Alexandria is my middle name. My first name is Jenny, right? And there's an accent over the A. No one can say my name. It's Jareen, Jane, Janine. It's like, no, that's not my name. So I don't use it because I get sick of it being butchered. So I don't want to say his last name because I don't want to butcher it. So, Eric, you are up tomorrow. If you would like to send me a little message on, they have that little message thingy right now where on Facebook where you can speak into your phone or your computer or whatever, and you can send the voice message to me. So please do that so I can say your name right. I don't want to do that to you. So either send it to me, Alexandria Infante, or Jenny Ipanoa. We're both on Facebook. You probably saw one of our posts in the reading groups. So message either one of us and let us know how to pronounce your last name, because I don't want to do that to you. And so he's up tomorrow, Silent Pantheon. And like I was saying earlier, I'm really loving the book because I freaking love American Gods. So I will leave that till tomorrow until we review his book. And so basically, thanks so much, guys. Once again, all this week we will be doing indie authors. Well, the rest of the week, because we pretty much started all out with indie authors. Next week we will be doing indie and a couple of my housemates, because they've got some awesome books too that I want you guys to read too. So I'm not just gonna plug other indie authors also, but I want to stick them in there too because they're indie authors too. And I don't want you to think I'm doing it because they're my friends. They're my housemates, yes, but they've also got really good books too. And so I kind of just feel like they deserve a little love too. So basically, we will switch from, I'll stick a housemate in every now and then just, to give you guys a heads up. I won't be doing myself. You guys can show me some love by buying my books too now. But I won't be doing myself because that to me is just cheesy. I need someone to actually review the book themselves, and then maybe Erica or Jen will when they choose. But, I'm not going to do that because that's just janky. So that's pretty much it. And we really thank you guys. We love that you keep sending us submissions. Continue to send them because there is no us without you. I mean, I could sit here all day and just talk about books, right? But I want to talk about indie authors because you don't get enough love. And so that's what I want. That's what this channel is all about. It is only indie authors. We are not featuring anyone else, just indie authors. So if you have indie friends that are authors, send them to us. If you are readers who love indie authors, subscribe. We need those subscriptions, especially because look, you guys already got YouTube acknowledging us this week. So continue. So they'll keep acknowledging us. So basically we will blow up because they're in all of the when Jen and I decided to do this channel, we looked through tons of author channels on here on YouTube, and we didn't, I mean, if there's one out there, we didn't find it. If there is an indie author only channel, we didn't find it. So this is the reason why we wanted to do it, because people give indie authors so much crap, and they seem to think that every indie author who writes is basically, they have crappy books, and it's like, no, there's been too many amazing indie authors that went on to blow up, and basically, get TV series, get all of this stuff. And so, no, we want to feature and spotlight and show that indie authors can write just as well as represented author. And I just feel like, because I have been both, I just feel like the only difference is that a publishing company takes more of your money, because now you have to pay for all of the stuff that you're paying for anyway as an indie author. You just have Simon and Schuster or Penguin or Random House, and yes, that might get you a little bit more clout because you do hold those titles in front of your name, but half the majority of the time the writing is just the same. Now you have crap out there. Yes, you do. I'm not gonna name any of it, but I've read several. But at the flip side, me personally, I think Kafka's crap. I mean, I'm a teacher. I'm a professor. I teach literature. There is so much literature that I've read in order to have a master's degree that there's a bunch of it that I think is crap, is racist, is misogynist, but basically it's still up there and it's got accolades and affirmations that the average person will never reach in their lifetime, but it's racist crap that's basically being continuing to perpetuate down through the centuries, and no one has an issue with that. So basically that's what this channel is for, is to feature indie authors, to prove to the world that indie authors can write just as well as mainstream and contracted authors. And that's pretty much it. We love you guys, and we will see you tomorrow.